Hey y'all, welcome to another edition of Mindful Eating Monday. I am Melissa, your registered dietitian nutritionist and registered yoga teacher, here to guide you through this practice. For those of us who are joining live or watching the replay, I am putting the pin attendance in the chat. So feel free to utilize the pin attendance. And for our Mindful Eating Monday, we also have a playlist. If sitting in silence kind of feels a little funky, you can go to the to our link tree in our profile and get the playlist on Spotify. We also have the Mindful Eating journal here and here. So we have a little scale to see where your hunger and fullness is at. And of course, the Mindful Eating journal, which has been updated, is also in our link tree in our bio. So what you'll want to do is kind of take a moment to assess, where's your hunger at today? Where's your hunger at? At a scale of 1 to 10, if 10 is like hungriest I've ever been, and a 10 is like most full I've ever been, where do you feel like you are right now? And so for me, I feel like I'm probably towards that 2 or 3. It's been a minute since I've had something, so I'm super excited for this. And then we'll take a few moments to breathe, get into the present moment. And so we'll just take a nice deep inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, let it fall. Again, inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, let it fall. Last time, inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, let it fall. And go ahead and settle into your space. If you want to take a moment to give thanks for the food that is on your table, feel free to do that. And then when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. So with our mindful eating, and just a disclaimer, I do have a furry friend with me today. So if you hear that, her little doggy door going in and out, that's her. She's normally upstairs at this time, but her dad is out of town, so she's with me right now. So just know that she's here. She's going to be mindfully eating with us. So we'll take a moment to look at our food. And so my food, and remember, this is a place of non-judgment. So it's not like we're not judging our food. We're just noticing the colors and noticing the plating and what it looks like. And so I have this paneer tikka masala from Trader Joe's because I did not feel like preparing anything, but it looks really good. There's green because it's a spinach basmati rice. It is red, and then it has like some white. So I've got lots of colors there. I have nuts for a little crunch factor, some rosemary nuts. And if you've noticed, again, this is not a time for judgment. However, we do want to set ourselves up for success. So instead of having the can of nuts with me, I've placed my nuts into a separate portion so that I can just be a little bit more aware. And then, of course, what is a meal without finishing chocolate? And so go ahead and take a moment to just smell the aroma of your meal. Notice what's happening. Maybe your stomach is getting ready to eat. Maybe it's growling. Maybe your mouth is watering a little bit, right? Preparing ourselves to eat. And we want that, right? We want that preparation to eat, because that's how we get into the parasympathetic nervous system, that rest and digest. And then when you're ready, take a little piece of your food, maybe smelling it one more time, and then taking a bite. Chewing nice and slowly. Noticing all the flavors and then sensations that are happening in your mouth. So again, I'm getting like a little sweet, a little spicy, which is really satisfying. But because it is kind of one texture, I did want a little crunch, so that's why I got the peanuts, which is such a good addition. And that crunch, I can hear it, right? So I'm integrating all of the senses, right? I'm seeing it, I'm smelling it, I'm tasting it, I'm hearing it. And this is how we get into the mindful eating. We notice all of these things with the senses. So we'll go ahead and do that again. Go ahead and self-guide yourself. Take a moment, chew slowly. Notice what's going on in your mouth. Notice what's going on in your ears, your eyes. And then see, what's going on in your mind. And know that whatever thoughts come up, it's okay. Can we sit with it? Can we be present? And then if you just joined us, we do have the Mindful Eating Journal in our profile on our link tree. If you wanted to fill out the Mindful Eating Journal as you're going along through the process, and the Mindful Eating information sheet where you'll find the Hungerfulness scale. Really great resources to utilize. And then just go ahead and continue to guide yourself through the process. And then again, like we said last week, see if you can extend your chews. See if you can chew 1 or 2 times longer than you normally chew. Or see if you can put your fork down in between your chews, finish chewing, and then go on. Again, noticing the flavors, sensations in your mouth, the sounds, right? The sounds of your food. Maybe the sound that it makes while you're mixing, the sound that it makes when you're chewing. And then if you are just joining us, welcome. We're practicing our mindful eating. We do have a mindful eating journal. That is a really great resource. It's in our link tree at our profile. And a mindful eating playlist, which we are listening to right now, because sometimes it is hard to sit quietly and eat. That's okay. That's part of the process. And you'll notice in your mindful eating journal, one of the things that we want to note is how much sleep we've had the night before, what's our energy level at, how much water we've had to drink, because water can affect our hunger, fullness levels. It could make us feel hungrier. It can also kind of mask our hunger. Our general mood, our stress level, again, that could increase our appetite. That can also mask our appetite. So these are kind of the factors to take into mind. So as you discover how hunger presents in your body, you can also understand the things that affect your hunger and your fullness. And then there's an area where you could write down your emotions, your feelings towards food, and any other notes that you want to take. Enjoyment, satisfaction, displeasure, right? Or any epiphanies. Did something come up? Did you realize that you really didn't drink a lot of water today? Maybe you want to think about how that can change for tomorrow. And then if you feel the urge to rush, ask yourself why. Is it because you're feeling uncomfortable? Is it because you need to go somewhere? All are okay answers, but just ask yourself why. Why is it hard to sit for a little bit longer as you guide yourself through your practice? Hi friend, my name's Melissa. Thanks for joining. And if anyone wants to work one-on-one with a registered dietitian, if you are a student at Georgia State University, you have access to a registered dietitian. There's a link in our link tree in our bio. You can click and make an appointment. And then if you want to explore a little bit more about relationship with food, we can talk about that. We can talk about specific needs. And then if you need to go a little bit deeper than that, like maybe talk to a counselor about relationship with food, know that if you're a student at Georgia State University, you also have access to a counselor as well. All of that is covered in your student fees. So just know that you can just get on Google and Google counseling Georgia State University and their information will pop up. So we'll take a few more moments as a collected community to go through our practice of mindfully eating. And again, really trying to notice all of the sensations. What does your food look like? What does your food smell like? What does it sound like? What does it taste like? What sensations happen when you chew? Or chew slowly. Maybe the process helps notice some flavors that you maybe wouldn't have noticed before. I know sometimes when we slow down, we notice all of those little tiny nuances that chefs really put a lot of effort into having those, like that little key heat or that key sweetness or that little bit of, umami or whatever it is that they're trying to promote. So eating slowly can help you connect to all of those little flavors that people will take a lot of time to think about so you can enjoy your food. So my paneer, my cheese. If you've ever had a cheese curd, which if you haven't and you're able to consume dairy, go try it. But sometimes they make like a squeaky flavor when you chew, and my paneer is doing that. So it's it's kind of just like another element, another way to kind of experience my meal. Was to paying attention to that little squeakiness, which is kind of cool. And I'm wondering if anyone else's food is making a noise or caught you by surprise. So we are getting close-ish to our time. And this might be a good time to just take a pause. And we'll just kind of scan our body one more time and see where we're at. So maybe close your eyes, or maybe like a hand on the stomach or the heart. And just take a scan, just like from head to toe. Sit and think about where your hunger and fullness are. You might still be hungry. You might be starting to get full. It might be a little uncertain. That's okay too. The more that we can practice this, the more that we can get in tune with our own body's internal wisdom. You might be neutral. We call that a 5, right? Not hungry, not full. That's going to be about a neutral. And so after we kind of take that pause and assess where we're at, if we feel content, then we might box this up and have it later for a snack or maybe a secondary meal. If we still feel hungry, obviously, continue to eat. Even if we finished everything on our plate, if you are still feeling hungry, permission to eat. Right? Like permission to fuel your body. You might have not had a large enough portion. And again, know that hunger fullness presents in everyone's body differently, and every single day it's going to present differently. And our environment, our stress level, our physical activity, our sleep, our hydration, all of those things can affect our hunger and fullness levels. So we want to make sure that we're getting enough sleep, right? Because that regulates the hormone that makes us feel hungry and full. We want to make sure that we have plenty of water, plenty of hydration. And then again, having those stress coping tools, whether that's deep breathing, yoga, whether that's calling a friend, listening to a playlist, utilizing GSU Counseling Center. Know that those are all tools for you to utilize. Eating is another form of stress relief, and that's okay. It is a tool. We just don't want it to be the only tool, right? We want us to be able to have different things to gravitate towards. So we have just a few minutes. So if you have any questions, or maybe you want to take a moment to fill out your journal, or maybe you just want to continue the practice and continue to eat, taste, and experience, that's absolutely fine. The replay will be on our page, and it will also be uploaded to our YouTube channel, GSU Healthy Habits. With that, we also have yoga on our YouTube channel as well. Know that that's available to you as well. And these nuts, I think it's like Nuts About Rosemary or something, also from Trader Joe's. Really good. I highly recommend. It is very hard to not shove them in my mouth. It's very hard to really slow down and eat them because they're very delicious. So know that it's a practice and that it takes time. It will never be perfect, but it will be better. And that we just continue the work. All right, friends, this concludes our Mindful Eating Monday for this week. Join us again next week, same time, same place. So next Monday, 6 p.m. on Instagram Live. We'll be walking through another mindful eating, and then again the last week in November, and then we'll be taking a pause until February. But you can always watch the replays on our Instagram account or on our YouTube account, GSU Healthy Habits. Let me know if you need anything. Either DM us or make an appointment with Student Nutrition Services. And again, the journal and the playlist are in our link tree. I hope everyone has an amazing week. We'll see you next time.